investigation continues.
And passengers injured after severe turbulence.
All this and more is headed your way on today's Skills USA News Break. Good evening, I'm Constance Denise.
And I'm Brady Kyle. Just days after being released from detention in North Korea, American college student Otto Warmbier has passed away in Cincinnati. And now the White House is speaking out about relations with, no, not North Korea, but rather China.
President Donald Trump believed he was in good standing with the Chinese government after meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping this past April to hopefully influence China's involvement with North Korea regarding the funding of the dictatorship.
In a press conference on Wednesday, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer commented on China and how the Chinese should continue playing a larger role in reducing tensions in North Korea, after President Donald Trump stated that China's efforts have not worked. The investigation of President Donald Trump continues this week as the senior Senate Judiciary Committee holds a closed-door meeting with Special Counsel Robert Mueller, the man who is heading up the investigation. The White House has called upon the meeting to make sure Mueller's investigation has no conflicts with congressional committees. The investigation will focus on the firing of previous FBI Director James Comey, as well as Russia's potential involvement in the election.
Monday, an armed Russian fighter jet approached a U.S. recon aircraft at a rapid pace. The jet continued to accelerate towards the plane until it came within 5 feet. This incident is one of the many that have occurred this month, but in particular, this one was considered unsafe by an official.
Now, apparently this is quite common. It's actually happened 35 times this past month, all in between the United States and Russia, and it's all happened in the Baltic Sea.
Yes, and it's not always intentional. Sometimes weather and travel conditions can play a big role in it.
Absolutely.
An international air flight brought many to hospitals Tuesday after a rough ride. A flight from Panama to Houston encountered turbulence roughly after 80 miles east of Cancun, Mexico, due to storm clouds from Tropical Storm Cindy. Emergency services were called to care for the 10 injured at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. There were no casualties.
The absence of a state budget has backfired against Illinois. For the past 3 years, lawmakers have not agreed on a state budget. Lawsuits against the state due to owed money have been filed, and they cost more than Illinois brings in revenue. This results in no funding for some public services, such as domestic violence shelters. Both political parties agree that taxes need to be raised to cover the lost revenue.
In the world of sports, college football legend and NFL Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson is set for parole hearing July 20th. The retired running back was incarcerated in December of 2008 for his involvement in an armed Las Vegas throwdown with 10 sports memorabilia dealers. Simpson is serving a maximum 33-year term for the September incident in which he claimed he was only trying to recover memorabilia which belonged to him.
That's all for today's Skills USA News.
Have a great day.